is undiagnosed depression. And what happens when a superhero god has depression?
He
Both
gets fat.
organs.
You get fat Thor.
He
Yeah,
gets fat
exactly.
and plays Fortnite.
But seriously though, like they could really take that and utilize that to help people, you know? And so like it's just one of those things that it's just like you have to realize that like that was the one thing that he had
Maybe,
and
but
it's gone. And
once he
like he was
became
just like
fat
you
Thor,
should have
though, they
went for
kind
the
of used
head.
him as a punchline rather than
True.
as
But
a
it's
like a metaphor.
but I mean like to me like I kind of see it this might be a podcast topic, I don't know. But I just kind of see it like PTSD, you know, like everyone died.
Shoot, every character in those movies should have PTSD at this
Yeah.
point.
Exactly, exactly. And
I mean,
they
they even touched on it
don't
in
talk.
Iron Man 3. He had it.
Yeah, I mean like they just like don't really talk about it and it's just like
Yeah,
no.
Peter should definitely fucking have it.
You're talking about a what 16, 17-year-old kid, a high
Yeah.
school student doing that shit?
I think he was
How?
like he was like 15 in game and shit like
So
that.
here's the topic because I care so much about spoilers. Things that were spoiled.
Things that were spoiled.
Big major plot points that you didn't know but that got spoiled before you saw it.
Oh, I think I got the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones spoiled for me.
Oof. Mine was it's I'm cold, Mr. Stark.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like they didn't.
How did I get spoiled?
That's somebody put that. Somebody put that as like a quote on something, or it was like a GIF or something like that.
Oh, fuck dicks.
And I was just like, "You have got to be kidding me!"
I can't think of any off the top of my head, thankfully.
Have you guys seen? Have you guys seen? Or do you watch Walking Dead?
I stopped watching after like season 4.
I was trying to say I heard it got shit at season 4, so no.
Okay, okay. Well, there's a major character in there that dies, and I was
Oh,
literally
yeah,
all
I
of
know
them
what you're talking
die.
about. Yeah.
All of them die. But anyways, I was scrolling through Kotaku of all places, and there was an article on the side. You know how in Kotaku where they recommend other articles that you read? On the side, it was like, where's the story going to go now that X is dead? And I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, that was the title of the article. They're like recommended articles. And I would never have clicked on it because obviously spoilers, but the name of the article, where the story goes now that so and so is dead. And I'm like, what the, from that day forward, I didn't read Kotaku. I have not been back to Kotaku's website
Damn. I don't know.
because it's just like, a title I didn't even click on spoiled a damn character death, and I was just like, no.
Is that TV show still going?
Yep.
Yes, it's in its final season, but they split into like 3 or 4 parts.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're at the point now where they're humanizing the main villain, and it's just like I don't
I
care.
hate when they do that shit too.
You know, it would be like if Disney
Like,
made a series called Thanos, and it was like his story about why he did the way he did. I was like, I
Oh,
don't
you
care.
mean
like
like Loki?
No, oh damn, what is Last of Us Part 2? I did not fucking care about 50% of that game.
oh yeah, I
Did
didn't give a
not care.
shit about that female.
Dude, the whole point of Last of Us Part 2, I did not upgrade that character at all.
You beat the game?
hmm
I like
I didn't give that bitch a single advantage. Oh,
Oh
well, that just makes the game harder. You're supposed to do is you're supposed to upgrade I did not upgrade her at all.
my god! I mean, I've seen so many like clips of people just killing her in the craziest ways. Yeah, I say
Man.
you cannot. I was like, the way they should have went about that was you should have played with her first, without knowing anything that Joe was gonna die. You should just start the game with her.
Yeah, they should have put about midway through. You put it about midway through. You got Ellie tracking down somebody who killed Joel, and you don't know who it was, but she's tracking him down. And then midway through, you're the girl, and you kill Joel, and you're like, oh,
What the?
fuck. Putting it right at the front was very bad. Very poor writing.
You have
They should
no
have put it
incentive to play with this bitch. You're like, I
right.
don't
You
want to play
put
with
it
this bitch.
right in the middle. You put it right in the middle because you're like, the whole time you're like, this person killed my dad. And you're like, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. And then Ellie's like, oh, this person killed Joel. Yeah, fuck that motherfucker. And then in the middle, you're like, oh, shit. Yeah. That would have been a much
But
better.
then you would have built more of a connection with the chick until
Right.
you were like, damn, this bitch just killed Joe. Like, shit, she's been through so much too.
Man,
Nope.
I don't give a
I don't give a shit
flying
now.
fuck. No, hell no.
Kill my boy Joel like that? Fuck you.
Nah, man. That's some bullshit. Is this podcast part 2? Are you recording?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, this is like the after hours podcast. After hours.
Mm. And I didn't hate her because, like, everybody on the internet's like, oh, you know, she looks like a man, and it's, you know, the
I didn't care for
transgender
that.
agenda, whatever. I honestly, I don't really care. I really don't care what her character is, what she looked like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, I just cannot sympathize with her.
I couldn't.
It would be legit like if in the middle of Civil War they made a movie just about Thanos. Just right in the middle. Like he did the snap, and then that's the end of the movie, and the next movie is called Thanos, and then it's 2 hours of Thanos.
You're sitting
Like,
like, I don't give a
I would
shit.
watch it.
Yeah, I would,
would
because
like-
Thanos had it.
He was a good villain.
I mean,
But the
it's
thing
just-
is, he
actually
didn't have,
he made some good points.
but he didn't have a bad upbringing at all.
no,
he
was
did
just,
not.
No, he was what was he? He was the prince of all Saiyans. Like, you know, he was just, you know,
Pretty
this
much.
up and coming. He was just this up and coming elite warrior from a tribe.
Yeah,
of
he
elite
was loved
warriors.
in his. He was loved on his planet. He was intelligent.
I mean-
he didn't think what he was doing was evil. He thought what he was doing was necessary, for
necessary.
the good of
That
the universe.
sounds like
That's what I'm
every
saying.
villain ever.
Well, I
Yeah, I
that's-
know. Every
yeah.
villain is the hero of their own story.
But I mean that's the thing. I mean, it's just like he's so justified in his mind. He's so justified with what he's doing,
And
and
he
it's
took
just
no
like
pleasure in doing it.
no, like he's just like if that's what it takes. He's like, and that's probably one of the coolest things about Thanos. And he's like, stop me, go ahead. Can you? Can you
You
stop
can
me?
think of a better way to
If you
save the
can,
universe.
if you can stop me, go ahead. But you can't. And every single one that tried couldn't. They could not stop the snap. So I mean, like,
I liked him more because he was like, it's randomized, and he was like, I could die too.
yeah.
It would have been cool. He actually did die,
Yeah.
like right there, because
If
he
he
dies at the
snapped.
beginning of the next one anyway.
Yeah, if he went away with the snap, because then no, but the problem is with the going away with the snap is they wouldn't have been able to get closure. They could have never fought him, you know, killed him for doing the bad.
Yeah,
And
well,
that
plus
would've
if he
been-
died, then he wouldn't have been able to destroy the stone, so they could just immediately undo it because they had
Right.
the gun right there. But
So
if
I
he
mean, like,
did it in a way that made it so the stone's destroyed
plus
too.
you know, when they were writing this story, you know that they said RDJ's got to sacrifice himself. You know, from the rip, they were like, Iron Man's gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, okay, but how do we make that work?
Joe Rogan was trying to talk him into going back and being Iron Man again, just like as like a cameo or something, just be in there.
Did you hear Tom Cruise was supposed to be taking over for him?
Fuck.
There was a rumor that he was going to appear in the Multiverse of Madness as an alternate as an alternate Iron Man. That
He
didn't happen
didn't.
though. So
All right.
spoilers
That's-
there. But
That's
yeah.
fine. Yeah, no problem, no problem. But
Spoilers
I
that
don't,
this one thing did not happen in the
I don't mind spoilers of things that didn't happen. That
Yeah.
doesn't really bother me at all. Like, but I mean, like stuff that did. Yeah, I don't. But I do very much want to watch the movies. We have to get there. So like,
I thought you've seen. Wait, which? I thought you were all past Infinity War.
the only MCU that I haven't seen is the multiverse. That's it. That's the only one.
Oh, Doctor Strange. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did tell me you saw the
And then the
Spider-Man.
TV shows I haven't seen is Hawkeye.
That has nothing to do with any movie as of right now. Not a
Hawkeye.
single thing.
Hawkeye. Was there another Marvel TV show that came out after Hawkeye?
Moon Knight just came
Yeah,
out.
Moon Knight.
Okay, I haven't seen Moon Knight either. Moon
That
Knight
one
and
also
Hawkeye.
hasn't built into anything yet either, but it just came out, so obviously.
Oh, since they're on Disney Plus, I haven't seen the Defenders either. I've seen the first season of.
They will
Well,
never
the
have
Defenders was okay, I guess. I'm just thinking because
I don't think they're ever going to have anything to do with it because
They're in the MCU.
well, they're bringing back Daredevil and
Yes,
Kingpin,
but it's
they
like a
haven't confirmed
revamp. It's revamped into Disney Plus, so they're redoing it with the same actor, I believe, too.
Yeah.
So that one I'll watch, and I'm glad they're doing that because now I don't have to go and watch the one that was on Netflix.
Well,
Well,
took
did
it
they
off
say they're
Netflix.
remaking it or they're continuing?
Yeah,
No,
they said
no,
said
they-
it was like
They
Go
took
ahead.
it off of Netflix and they put it onto Disney. So they literally just took the show straight off of Netflix and put them on Disney. So
the
all of
way
the
they
Defenders
worded it.
is on
IGN.
Disney.
the way that I read that they worded it was like it was continuous but new. Some kind
Yeah,
of
I mean, I was gonna say because the Daredevil appeared in Spider-Man, it
Yes.
seemed like he already had the Daredevil skills.
Yeah. And he was already a lawyer, and the first season of it is him starting his practice.
Yeah.
So like, and having no clients. If one of his clients was Peter Parker in any of those seasons, that would have come up. So it has to take place after all of it. But I haven't seen all of the seasons of Defender, so the snap might happen during that
Well, they don't
show.
talk about it in Defenders because that still happened before Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty sure I
but
watched.
Spider
I think
but
I watched
s-
that before Infinity War.
but
So
Spider-Man 2 is definitely post snap. So like
yes,
if the Daredevil is in Spider-Man 2 or 3, what is it? 3? Spider-Man 3, right?
he's in Spider-Man 3.
3.
Yeah.
So then that means he has to exist post snap.
Yes.
We'll see. I'll see what I have to do with that. I might just watch like a brief
Punisher,
breakdown.
Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. Yeah.
Maybe Daredevil will appear in the She-Hulk show because she's also a lawyer.
A lawyer, yeah, good point.
Well,
yeah.
she's in Los Angeles though, so I don't know.
He might moonlight over on
Which
the
let's just go about that real quick. Let's talk about that.
Are we recording?
Yes, let's just talk about the whole how she becomes She-Hulk. She becomes She-Hulk because she needs a blood transfer. From
What
who?
a terrible
Her
idea.
Cousin.
Why would
Who is her
anyone
cousin?
ever allow
Hulk.
that? Why?
This
Well,
man, yeah, he's supposed to have toxic blood. Like it's
wait, but who drew the sample? Because wouldn't the needle just bounce off of his skin?
no, you can when he's
You
normal.
can?
Yeah, maybe when he's Bruce, he can do it.
When he's Bruce, he can do it, but not as Hulk. Yeah, it won't pierce.
Yo, if I were Bruce, I'd be like, no, you can't have my blood. Like, no, that's ridiculous.
Well,
You're
he
gonna
was
die.
doing it because she got in an accident. She was going to die.
Okay.
That's why. But it's that same thing is. But you have toxic blood.
Well, presumably, the reason she survives because they're related.
Right.
They have similar genetics.
I feel like that's just like if it was his sister, where they're really like closer in blood, yeah, but not your cousin, because her blood can be like not.
It just seems really strange. I don't know. Is that the lore from the comic books though, for real, or is that just the lore for the show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think in the comic she gets shot, but not in a car accident.
But
well, regardless of the accident, it definitely
it was something. Yeah.
Okay.
But what makes more sense is that yeah, she can just activate the power. She's not like Bruce, where he has like Hulk, because Hulk is actually Bruce's like Moon Knight. He had like a rough upbringing, and he created this like rage person without even knowing it. And so when he transfers to the Hulk, that person comes out and takes over.
Yeah.
Well, she's not as big and strong either, so it makes sense.
Well, another thing is too is Hulk was directly radiated. She just got blood.
Yeah.
So I could kind of see that. Yeah.
If they ever do some shit where she gets stronger than him, I'd be so pissed off. Like I'll be immediately pissed off.
No, I don't think they'll do that.
The Hulk needs his own fucking move.
For what
he needs
reason,
to get a.
For what reason would they ever fight? You know.
No, I'm just saying, like in any reason, like if he got defeated and she goes and defeats him,
I imagine strength-wise, she would be between Captain America and Hulk. Somewhere.
Yeah, she'd definitely be stronger than
Captain America and Thor. I don't know, whoever might be strong.
I'm with you on that one though. That Hulk needs his own TV show. We need to see like
Well, Universal still owns the rights to any movies that they make, so they can't do anything. He can't be the star.
It sucks so bad.
I just want to see Hulk destroy a planet. That's all. That's all I want to see.
We need to see Planet Hulk. I mean, yes, they were trying to hint at Planet Hulk with Thor, but that ain't the real Planet Hulk. This man took over, had a wife, had kids. One of his sons is just ridiculously stupid strong.
Is that Red Hulk?
No, this is a different one. No, Red Hulk is something else. But in the comics, like after like Planet Hulk, his world gets destroyed. Like his kids, he thinks his kids and his wife die. His wife does die. He thinks his kids die too. So, and he knows it came from Earth. So he goes back there pissed. He hits the moon first, and one of the first people he encounters is the guy. I can't spoil that multiverse, but guy who's she kills first. One that kills first.
Oh, yeah.
He encounters him first, and another chick on the moon kills them, goes and hits straight to Earth, and damn near and just goes on a rampage through all the mutants, fucking everybody up. Like that was an unstoppable Hulk. Like he was, and then he meets his son after he conquers Earth, and he's like, "I thought you were fucking dead." And his son's pissed off at him for it because his son's like, "You abandoned us." He's like, "I thought you were dead," and his son beats his ass. His son is even more powerful than him. Yeah, dude, it goes everywhere.
World Breaker Hulk.
World Breaker, yeah, there you go. That's what we need.
Or the Hulk that can punch through dimensions. The Hulk exists. He's not giving him enough justice, man. I think it was fucking Professor Hulk. It's like, oh god, no.
Professor Hulk, he perfected time travel.
No, he did not. He had an idea, and
Tony Stark perfected.
Tony Stark perfected it, just sitting in his damn living room. Well, you do this. Oh, look at that! I figured it out.
Tony Stark built this in the cave with a pile of scraps.
How'd you deal with the de-icing? The what?
Man. Yeah.
Let me guess. He turned into a baby, among other things.
I am looking forward to if the Fantastic Four movie.
I mean, Hulk may not have discovered time travel, but he discovered immortality by being able to return someone to like their baby age with Ant-Man.
Yeah. But he was still stumbling in the dark on that one. But he did have a good concept. Took the right person to finish figuring it
out. Fantastic Four, though? What is there something going on with that?
Supposed to be
eventually they're going to make another one for Disney's name.
I heard the guy from The Office was in it. I saw some screenshots.
That's been rumored.
Yeah. John Krasinski, I think his name is.
The Office. Did you ever see that TV show?
The Office? Yeah.
The Office, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys like it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
amazing, but it's a good show.
It's like if you've ever worked in an office ever.
I think Parks and Rec does the formula better, but
Parks and Rec is so
that was so good.
Park and Rec is so good. Oh man, like
they ended better
because there's like three like if you've ever worked in an office ever TV shows, and it's The Office, Parks and Rec, and The It Crowd.
I didn't watch it.
I've never seen that one.
Oh my god, you guys gotta watch it.
Right now we're watching.
There's 4 seasons of it. It's 6 episodes per season, and they're 30-minute episodes. So there's 24 episodes as a whole, and like it. Oh my god, it is. It's British. It's British comedy. It's British comedy, but still, it's just like. And even if you've never been in IT or worked in an IT department, it doesn't matter because like it is so just like pure office drama. But if you have worked in IT, they do kind of play towards that. But God, it is so.
I need to find another one to watch. I think I'm gonna do because so far everyone we've watched is good. And we're on Community, and we're on the last season.
I haven't seen Community.
It starts off good, but then they start losing actors, and now it's just not the same. I'm ready for it to end. Like I think season 6 this is the final one, and I'm just like I'm at the point I'm ready for it to end. It's just not the same.
Yeah, I mean,
three people are gone out of the group, and they're replaced with other people. And I'm just like it's the same.
The lady was watching it, and I caught a couple episodes here and there, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's Donald Glover." Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, like
towards the ending, he's not there anymore.
Wow, really?
And it's just not the same, man. Him and his like best friend in there, bro. They made that show. It was so funny when it. But
speaking of Donald Glover, I haven't seen the Solo movie.
That's all right. I mean, it's definitely not the worst Star Wars movie.
No, yeah, there's definitely worse.
I think we already did that for the podcast, right? Ranked them in worst to best.
No, we didn't do we were doing like which order to watch it. You guys are ragging on me about, oh, you should watch it this way.
That'd be fun.
No, it's for me. For me. It will always be release date order, like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. That's just how it will always be.
Where would you put Rogue One in that then?
Release date order. So 4, 5, 6, 1, 2,
2,
3,
3.
7.
I
Rogue
think
One.
Rogue One
It was
is better than.
7.
I think Rogue One is better than any of the prequel movies. So I'll put it top
What?
tier.
What?
I would put it between the where it actually releases in the timeline. So it'd
How
be
dare you?
between the
Better than the prequel movie.
Rogue One is really goddamn good.
It is. I'm not gonna say it's
it
not,
doesn't have
but
any bullshit
damn.
Jar Jar or any boring ass
It-
Senate meetings and all that
The
shit.
the best part about Rogue One is you know how it's gonna end. You know how it's gonna end.
Well, I didn't think they would have all died like that.
No, everyone dies.
I didn't like that threw me off. I was like, holy shit, they all just died? What the
No,
fuck?
but I mean, because think about it. When 4 starts. Where are they? They weren't there. They had the plans.
Yeah,
Plus,
but
he's
4
the
doesn't
Death
say they
Star,
blew
like,
up
on
the
ground
fucking
level.
the planet. You know, it's just you knew they got the
And
plans.
and Rogue One, the first time you see like a tropical planet, come on, dude.
Yeah,
Rogue One
that was
was
freaking
like
sweet.
Rogue One was like
Not to mention, it's got the most badass Darth Vader scene in any of the movies.
Yeah, you're right. Holy. That scene is. You know how many screenshots of people just got of him just in that corridor, just the lightsaber, just. I was like, yeah.
there's one scene that I always remember with Darth Vader, and it's from the comics. It's from the since Disney took over comics, and
Yeah,
it's where he's surrounded by Jedi Masters, and they're like, "Stop, we have you surrounded. Like, you don't stand a chance." And he's like, "All I see around me are dead men." That's it. Faced completely encircled by 6 Jedi Masters, and he's like, "Nah, that's it. It's just dead men. That's it."
he kills all of them.
And yeah, he kills all. Well, one of them cuts his hand off with the lightsaber in it, and so while the lightsaber is still active, he force grabs his hand and stabs the same guy through in the back. I mean, like, it just,
Darth Vader needs his respect, man.
dude, seriously.
Somebody did a thing about he's like, I don't know like how depth, because these people go in depth, like these are like the real Star Wars, and it was about why he never upgraded his armor, and they're going to depth saying he never upgraded his armor because his armor kept him in pain, kept him to the dark side. If he would have upgraded his armor, he wouldn't have been in that pain, and Anakin would have started coming out. He would have started losing touch with the dark side.
Mm.
Would have started having all these feelings again, so he kept with his suit that kept him in pain and pissed off the whole time. I was like, that makes sense. I could see that.
The one thing I saw that was really good was Anakin. He turned to the light side before the end.
Yeah,
because he's a Force ghost and all that. You can't be a Force ghost if you're Sith. And so, at least not that I know of, I don't think you can do Force ghost as a Sith. And so, like, one of the things that I saw was somebody being like, imagine if there was a scene where every time Darth Vader's helmet was in the room with Kylo Ren, if Darth Vader's Force ghost was behind him,
would have been dope.
being like,
Because he doesn't know.
being like, stop, don't do it. Like, he's trying to plead to him. He's coming from, he's a Force ghost. He's coming from the light side of the Force to Kylo, being like, stop, don't do that, don't break this, don't kill that person, don't do these things. Like, the whole time he's pleading with him. Like, imagine if they had thrown that in, like, just the mental anguish of Anakin from the light side being like, Kylo, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
I'm just so angry about those, man. It's not
There's
one good lightsaber battle, man.
I think it's a sure thing that we will see Qui-Gon's voice, Force Ghost, in this Obi-Wan series.
Oh hell, we better.
Because they even alluded to it at the end of Episode 3, where he's like, Yoda's like, I will teach you how to commune with Qui-Gon.
Man, I'm telling you, they need a Qui-Gon show, and they need a damn Mace Windu show.
I think Darth Maul needs a show too.
Well, I mean, they kind of already told his story, so
yeah, and Clone Wars, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, Clone Wars. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that was the thing. But I mean,
and
like
in
Mace
Rebels,
Windu.
that's in Rebels. That's where he dies, is in Rebels. So
I mean, Mace Windu.
Mace Windu would be good.
Mace Windu. I mean, how he has a purple lightsaber, how he
Yeah.
uses dark side and light side. Yeah.
Like I want to know, like, did he have like a normal color, and then
he did.
Something
He had
happened,
blue, yeah.
and then
Yeah, he
it's
had
because he's black. He gets the grape flavored one.
Well, you know how originally,
Did Samuel actually request to have a purple one?
yeah,
he
he
said,
he
"I'm not being in
wanted
here."
to,
Yeah, he said, "I'm not being here unless it's purple." Yeah.
yeah. So the way it came out, the way he requested it, he wanted to be able to, when he's watching it with his son, say that's me. So he wanted a different color saber from everybody. They gave him purple saber. So
Isn't
when
he
he was
the only
watching,
black guy? Can he just be that's me, the black guy?
Yeah,
well,
fair point.
fair point.
Fair point.
But I mean, it's cool how they tied that in though. That the purple saber is used both sides of the force, and it's an actual fighting style and all of that shit too. So
Man,
they wrote that shit in perfectly.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
it
go
would
to
be
Star Wars
interesting.
Land at Disney World once, and I was gonna get the purple one because I wanted to get the purple.
And there's
But
actually
do
in.
it.
Have you seen the shorts, the Star Wars shorts?
The anime ones.
Yeah, how the guy, how they get the lightsabers made and they're all red, like everybody around them.
Yeah,
Red.
it was cool because the lightsaber would change based on your connection to the Force.
Yeah, and so basically everybody around these two were like red sabers, and they defeat all of them, but one is still fighting the guy, and one of the guys like, "Hey, stop! This isn't you," and his saber changes from red to purple. It's like, oh man, I lost myself.
And
It was pretty dope.
It goes to blue by the end, doesn't it?
No, it stays purple.
Oh, okay.
So there's two different colors for Jedi lightsabers, blue and green, and they're supposed to indicate if you're a fighter.
Green is force, blue is fighter.
Yeah. So like if you're more attuned to the force, like if you're like a sage, then you would have a green saber. But if you're like a fighter, like you just pure combat, it would be blue.
So what does Ray's gold one mean?
There's only, from my understanding, and this might be extended lore, but I'm not sure. There's only one other person who had a light-colored lightsaber like that, white or yellow, and they were a healer. They were the only other person who could heal with the Force.
So
maybe that has something to do with it.
There's like an old group.
Yeah, gold one then.
There's an old group that had yellow sabers, and man, I have to reread it up. But yeah, there's a group that has yellow sabers, and it's not really healing. It's something else.
That's the thing, though, that it's extended universe stuff doesn't count anymore because Disney said no. But
speaking on that though, I did see today that the show that they're coming out with later called The Acolyte is going to bring back some out of lore stuff.
Yeah. Ahsoka has the coolest ones though.
I think like Old Republic stuff maybe.
Ahsoka's our white, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she got them from taking them from a Sith, and instead of it turning into like green or blue, they turned pure white because she basically cleansed the crystals. Or something like that.
That I was just about to say that. I was like, I thought it had to do with the purity of the crystal, and that's what turned it red. But if that's your connection to the Force, you could just put a kyber crystal in there, and it would be red, like even regardless of the purity or whatever.
Yeah.
That is a cool concept, though, from the anime. If like your lightsaber would change color based on your like alliance with the Force,
which would make more sense.
Like I think they should do that in movies.
What would be really cool is if they did that in the next series, and at the start the character has one color, and it slowly fades over time or changes. Not like abruptly changes. Like in this scene, they're using green, but I mean like slowly over time.
Well,
and so you could do like a supercut, like a time lapse of their saber changing colors. Like that would be super cool.
Isn't Obi-Wan in 4 in Star Wars Episode 4? Isn't his saber green when he fights Darth Vader? Isn't it a green saber?
No, I think it's
because he gave Luke his father's, which was the original blue.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say
blue. Obi-Wan's was green when he fought Darth Vader, so he was more in tune with the Force.
You know what? I feel like
I have to look it up.
Obi-Wan. I feel like Obi-Wan always had a green, like
no, he's even in like when he was with Qui-Gon, his was blue. It's always blue.
Which is weird because he's not an attacker. He's not.
Yes, he is. Oh yeah, dude. Obi-Wan has 3 fighting styles.
It looks like Obi-Wan was blue in Episode 4. Yeah.
He's always been combat. He was just smart because of Qui-Gon. That's why he was just smart. You would think he should have a green one, but no, he was all combat. That's how he was able to beat Darth Maul. He was more combat experienced, or he was better with the saber.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Obi-Wan's always been blue and Qui-Gon was green. That makes
Because
perfect
I did see the scene how he beat Darth Maul
hmm
in Rebels. Somebody breaks it down all the stances he takes. He takes each stance was like a time of his in his life, and the last stance he took was Qui-Gon Jinn's stance that Qui-Gon took against Darth Maul, and so Darth Maul got cocky and tried to do the exact same maneuver, and Obi-Wan killed him.
Man,
He already knew what he was going to do.
that's nuts.
Because you'll see how like if you see how he hits Qui-Gon with his thing and then stabs him, he went to do that same movement and Obi-Wan just slashed right through it because he knew it was coming. Killed him. I was like, holy shit. It's a nice breakdown because I would have not have like thought of that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get one more good fight between Vader and Obi-Wan in this show.
Oh, that'd be
Because
dope.
as great as Episode 4 is, in retrospect, their fight and the Death Star kind of sucks.
Dude,
Did you see somebody who
lightsaber battles in
remade
the
that
original
fight?
were terrible.
What?
Did you guys see the like somebody like kind of redid
Oh
the
yeah,
fight?
I did see that. Yeah, that was actually
Damn, that
pretty
was
good.
good.
Yeah, I was saying lightsaber battles in the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, were terrible. All of them. Not a single one of them was good.
But I
It was
mean, if we were
real
born, if we were like watching it back in that day, it would have been fucking phenomenal.
But I mean, even still, it's just like there's a lot of flips and shit, man. But like you said, Dom, like I was gonna say this while you were saying it. I got goosebumps when you were talking about Obi-Wan changing fighting styles because that shit just hits.
That shit
Like
does, dude.
that just hits.
He has 3 fighting
Because
styles.
I mean, like a legit trained Jedi master knowing multiple different lightsaber fighting styles. Come on, man. Like the newest trilogy, like the new Jedi's, they don't know anything.
But see,
Like
this is what
7, 8,
pisses.
like 7, 8, 9, they don't know. Luke
But
only knows what he was taught. But again, he wasn't taught by in the Jedi Order. Like that's the thing. Like in their prime, no wonder the blasters were a foolhardy thing to use because they had multiple different fighting styles to fight any. I mean, like how do you have a sword combat in space? You know, I mean, like it has to be totally honed through thousands of years of experience in sword combat to be able to compete in a realm in a universe that has space travel. It's
And
just
guns.
nuts. And guns. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a reason why guns are our primary mode of war right now, and not swords, spears, bows and arrows, and all that kind of stuff. There's a reason. They're superior. But in this universe, where space travel is possible, lightsabers are still better than guns, as long as you know how to use them. So I mean, like, yeah,
That'd be a good topic, ranking all the lightsaber battles and
there's so
all the
many.
major battles. All
We
the major,
we
like
would
I
one.
would have loved to seen in episode 8 when he confronted Luke. Like, no, that should have been a fight. I don't. All those just disappointing.
Luke was already dead.
Yeah,
Well, he
but
was force
still.
projecting at the time.
He was force
And then
projecting.
I know
died
he
last,
was,
to
to the
but
last.
but when you saw that scene, you're like, yes, a good lightsaber battle is about to happen. And it was just a complete letdown.
Look, man, I mean, I love the cinematics of the lightsaber fight in the snow. I love that. Nighttime in the snow lightsaber battles. Man, just lit. The fight is lit by the lightsabers. That's it. I mean, just that's great.
And what's his name was trained by Luke. You know,
Yeah.
he should
Kylo?
have known how to. Yeah, Kylo should know how to fight
But
with a
again,
lightsaber.
Luke tried to kill Kylo when he was like 12 years old.
No, he was like he wasn't 12. I think he was like 15 or something.
He was a kid, man, just like
He was a
Anakin.
teenager.
I don't. But he took him at a young age. He took him at a young age, man. Like you should have known how to use your lightsaber by
Well,
then.
another thing is too is Luke wasn't
Against a
necessarily-
master like Luke?
No, just when he fought Rey, he should have been overpowering her with skills.
Well,
Not
another thing is,
randomly swinging the shit around.
I don't think that he was trying to ever kill Rey.
Yeah, he was. He wanted
Ever.
her to join him, so he just wasn't trying to kill her. He was just trying to subdue her.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he never wanted to kill her. I don't think ever.
for the
mean, granted,
fucking.
that trilogy was terrible, but episode 9 is the best of the worst. So,
Mm.
Yeah, it would be.
yeah, episode 9. No, episode 6 or no 7.
Seven?
7.
The first one.
The first one.
The
Force
coolest shit
Awakens.
was them being able to teleport shit through the force. I was like, what is this new ability?
Dude, there's so much new shit with the
That's
Force that came
because
out in
they're a
these ones,
Force
man.
dyad, so only those two
Wow.
could do it. That's their excuse. So that's why
Yeah,
it's like
that
a
made no fucking sense.
Force overpowered for the rest of the time.
Now somebody did make a thing that would have been cool, like an alternate ending, where
Mhm.
instead of her saying, "Oh, she's a Skywalker," it says, "I'm a Palpatine," and you see Emperor Palpatine in the like figure in the back just laughing. It's like, holy shit, that would have been cool.
Uh,
Missed it in.
if like the midichlorians like realigned inside of her and she became Palpatine.
Well, I think it would have been interesting if she had said, "Yes, I'm a Palpatine," and she's like trying to make that name mean something good instead of something terrible. Like,
Yeah, taking it
Emperor
back. Yeah. Mhm. I
I'm
got you.
taking my name back.
I'll tell you this, man. 7, 8, 9, they slept on Finn. Finn should have been the main character. I will call it all day.
I thought he was supposed to be the main character. The way
all
like
day.
the first trailer was for 7, it showed him like more than anything. I was like,
All
oh
day.
shit, okay.
Finn should have
Should
been the
have at
main
Even in
least
the
answered the question of whether or not he is going to be a Jedi or whether or not he's in love with Rey. Doesn't they don't like answer that question? 'Cause he's like trying to tell her something throughout the final movie, and it's not clear if it's saying, "Hey, I know the Force," or "Hey, I'm in love with you."
did he ever show signs of the Force at all in 8?
They like hint at it, like he says, like, "Oh, I have a feeling about this," or something, but he never like
Well,
actually uses the Force.
he managed to break his brainwash training. Like, it's rare, but the stormtroopers will occasionally break out of their brainwashing, and I think that might have had something to do with the Force.
Which also threw me off. Since when were they not
There
using
were other
clones?
stormtroopers that they meet in the last movie, and they don't all have Force powers. Not presumably.
When did they stop
No.
making clones as like
Oh,
their army?
by 4, 5, and 6, there were no
Yeah, by
clones.
4, 5, and 6, they
Mm.
because the stormtroopers in those weren't cloned.
No, those were all conscripts or brainwashed. Yeah. Mm.
Because they talk about that in Star Wars Rebels and stuff too. Where it's like, yeah, and even in Solo, because he gets recruited to the stormtrooper, um,
Yeah.
and to the Empire. And he's not a.
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
just gotta
like,
rewatch everything. There's so much stuff to try to remember.
yeah. So I mean, like, Finn, man, Finn should have been the main character. There's no way. No.
You know what? You know what they never really elaborated on at the
Mm.
end of 8 when they go back to the planet that had the gambling stuff where Finn and the chick went.
You're talking about
And
the kid that moved the broom.
the kid, yeah, they never. That was it. Like, what was the point in that?
The whole
Just to
point of
say,
the
oh, there's always hope. Like there's
yeah,
always.
yeah. The point was basically there's Force sensitive people still. Like the Force isn't dead. Like they didn't. They sure they killed all the people who were currently alive, but that doesn't mean that the Force is gone.
Yeah,
Like, people are
yeah.
still gonna do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all that was. Now, spoiler or maybe plot twist. That kid is the star of the next series.
I don't know. I think they need to go way further into the future for their next one.
Yeah, just start
You know,
all
like,
over.
make
Mm.
like long enough for Rey to be dead, so they don't have someone as super powerful as her around.
So what I want to see for the next trilogy is Grey Jedi. I want to see a Star Wars that they don't know what sides of the Force are. They just
I
got
want to
powers.
see. I want to see an adult Grogu in the next trilogy,
Go lay down, baby. Oh, what the
A
heck?
new Yoda.
or at least
Go
one old
Grogu.
enough to move around and talk on his own.
Do some shit. But I mean, yeah,
are you
like Grey
doing?
Jedi, like both sides. They don't know, they're just doing it. Like I'm gonna force choke this guy.
He's
Nah.
literally coming down the stairs with the phone crying. What's wrong?
Be like, nah, you shouldn't force choke people.
What's
That's
wrong?
bad. And it's like, why not? I mean, I just
Oh, you
remove the
can't take your phone?
midichlorians and I choke somebody. Like it's a bad guy. Why shouldn't I do that? No, that's a dark side power. And they're like, what's dark side? You know, like like people that don't know that they have the force, but they don't know about it, and so they're
They
discovering what's
actually
dark,
do
what's light.
touch on that in either Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels,
Mm,
where they go to a planet where people use the Force and they have no idea what the concept of dark side and light side.
yeah. So I mean, like, there's conduits to the Force on different planets, and so like that's one of the things that they brought Grogu to in the show. Like they brought him to a
Yeah.
Force conduit, and so I mean, like they're all over the place. So I mean, like you could just have a planet of people and it follows them, and they just use it. And yeah, I mean, I think that's a great idea. You know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would love to see gray Jedi's, people that use both sides, and the audience knows because the audience is gonna know. The audience is gonna be like, oh, they can't, you know. But yeah, something independent of everything that's happened so far.
Definitely.
No
They
Skywalkers,
need to
no.
go into the distant future, the distant past.
So the distant past is really interesting because Knights of the Old Republic, I think they've talked about that. Maybe a TV show or a movie, a Disney show. I think they said Knights of the Old Republic they might do, and based on the games.
Hmm.
But
I know they're making a show called The Acolyte, which I think is supposed to follow a Sith person, but I think it's supposed to take place before all the movies.
as long as they don't make a movie or TV show about that, the Star Killer kid from the Star Wars, from the Force Unleashed.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
No, it's a
Never did
video
play it.
game. The Force Unleashed. Yeah.
Oh God. What
I
is
No,
it?
always thought,
what you missed, Dom, was I said as long as they don't make a movie about the Force Unleashed, like Star Killer and all that shit, I don't want to have anything to do with that.
Did you
They
not
need to
like the
stay
first one?
They need to stay way the hell away from that.
I can understand the second one, but the first one was pretty good.
I know they already basically told his stories in the movie and shows, but I always thought it would have been a cool idea if they did a House of Cards style show of Palpatine's rise to power.
Just like full drama, full
Yeah, like full
politics,
political
like none
drama
of
of
the like.
Palpatine working his way through the Senate to become the Chancellor and then the eventual Emperor. That would have been cool. I know that they can't really do that with the movies and shows, but I think that just would have been a cool idea.
Mm,
That would have been. As you say that.
yeah,
Talk about Star Wars for like 20 minutes.
I know, right? I was gonna say
We would keep going.
I was supposed to go like 40
Yeah.
minutes ago, but
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to sleep like 45 minutes ago. So
All right. Hope everybody enjoyed the PvP after hours. Me, Harry, and Dandy. This time we will leave. And see you guys next time.
left for real.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Out, y'all.